have an appointment call in 2 minutes with the President of the United States.
Bourbon? Scotch.
General Shurdov has some disagreeable film he wants to show us.
Yes, taken by some friends on holiday in China.
Watch the top of the picture. What do you think is this?
Wheat.
Winter wheat, growing in the midst of hot, wet, tropical Chinese jungle. Now we are going to see some pictures of a farm. This farm, a pineapple farm. Pineapples, Dr. Hathaway, growing in ice and snow at an altitude of 17,600 feet. Obviously, the Chinese are developing an enzyme, some sort of growth regulator that completely erases the effect of climate. They can grow any crops, anywhere, in any season. This thing could change the history of the world. Pardon me, I am still hungry on Moscow time.
Hathaway, all we want is a good sample of that enzyme.
Yes, sure, why not? It's all so easy. Walk into China, mouthful of international goodwill, locate the laboratory, grab the goodies and out. Fast, guns blazing in both hands.
I've got a simple alternative. Name my 2 kids Chinese. Look, Hathaway, this is not a friendly job. China just doesn't like us. I don't know why. However, you may get lucky and they won't let you in. But if they do, it's because they need you, and pretty desperately. They need some simple way of constructing their enzyme out of common materials, and that's your business, isn't it? So I must tell you this. There's a good chance you'll never get out. However, we've got a remedy for that, too.
What's that?
Aspirin. And this is our current Q23 transmitter, made of plastic. Same density as human flesh. Therefore, should be quite impossible to detect. Meanwhile, anything you say, and also anything said to you, will be transmitted to London.
Beautiful. In other words, I'm a walking bug.
However, you have an effective range of only 110 miles. So you've got to be picked up, scrambled, and rebroadcast. 2 weeks before you go, we're going to put a satellite in the sky over China.
Where does this thing go? In my belt? Shoes? Sunglasses?
No, it's to be implanted in the mastoid sinus of your skull.
What?
Good. You want to quit?
I'd be stupid if I didn't.
Our heroic Russian intelligence has placed a man inside China. He is of great importance, so do not contact him. If you are in trouble, and I mean serious trouble, he will come to you and he will give his name. So read. Memorize.
Shang Shu. Shang Shu. Kay, don't be so tragic about everything.
Do you want to know the real problem?
No.
It's very simple. I love you. And you don't love me. And the problem is, it doesn't matter. It did the first time. But it doesn't anymore.
Good afternoon. Although I guess it's good morning to you fellas. You're listening, I sincerely hope. I assume I'm being watched. Coming into China openly this way, via Hong Kong, with an American passport stamp not valid for China. It's hard on the nerves.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Would you like to come with me, please?
Yes, thank you.
Well, Mr. Hathaway?
How did you guess?
Mr. Yin was kind enough to show me your most recent photograph.
That's strange. I don't remember giving it to him.
It's one of the problems of being famous. Our cook is famous, too.
I can see why. And what is your famous name?
Ting Ling.
That's very melodious.
Thank you.
Where is Mr. Yin?
We have 2 floors. He is on number 3.
Part of the management?
Precisely, no. Would you care to play?
No.
I am told he is a chief in the security forces of the People's Republic of China.
And he'd like me to know that.
You didn't come to me, so I had to come to you.
This is a recent British invention. A very sensitive transducer is planted in the appropriate place inside the body. It can then read off pulse rate, diameter of temporal artery, adrenaline per unit volume.
This one?
That's a computer summary of his current physiological status.
Anger, fear, or sickness or extreme pain, physical or psychological. Dials also read on these monitors. Latest hot flash. They're moving fast. They just woke me to tell me that my visa has been graciously granted.
Please, tell me exactly what you want, Dr. Hathaway.
Freedom.
You are free, I am free, Mr. Yin is free, and yet none of us are free.
Freedom is the recognition of necessity.
Ah, yes, yours, not mine. I'm a scientist by conviction as well as by habit. I want scientific freedom. I want a positive assurance that China will not keep the enzyme to herself in order to blackmail a hungry world. I want your personal promise, Mr. Chairman, that this crime will never happen. I want a document that will let me leave China whenever I want to go with any materials, notebooks, or photographs that I may wish to take. And signed by yourself, Mr. Chairman. Well, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, why not?
Success.
So far.
Which reminds me, General, there's an utterly mad rumor going around.
It's not true.
That there's a coil of explosive wire wrapped around this transmitter, which we can explode when necessary.
Now, Sun Chu, show him the problem.
You're looking at one section of the enzyme. We call this chain A.
这是很奇怪的。
Speak English. Is it possible there's a secret transmitter inside the pavilion?
More likely it's a weather disturbance moving in from Russia.
Perhaps we should look to ourselves before we blame Russia. Everyone should be re-examined, especially our famous guest, Dr. Hathaway.
And chain D. The quinoid groups there are particularly interesting.
Get me a direct line to the chairman.
May I ask why?
Because I want permission to perform an autopsy on Dr. Hathaway. Alive or dead.
And this, Dr. Hathaway, is where our chief difficulty lies. We cannot find a means of attaching this to this.
I wouldn't call that difficult. It's more like impossible.
He had the chairman's book in his hand up to the last second of his life. He wanted you to read it. He marked it especially for you. Please take it. Please.
Will you help me?
How can I?
The soldier. If you could talk to him for just about 2 minutes. That's all I need.
It's in a room in the East Wing, Dr. Hathaway's room. Call up squads 1 and 3. Hurry!
Enjoy the sunshine!
Come on, Shelby, wake up.
I am Chang Su. If you don't believe me, we're both dead men.
How do we get out of here?
Just now.
Keep me informed. I'll leave the line open.
Shelby, borrowed a car. Distance to the border, 37 kilometers. Hope I don't run out of gas.
You hear that, General? He is going for the Russian border.
I'll contact Chertoff and get back to you.
Hello?
Chertoff?
Yes?
Listen, our boy is sitting on the Russian border. Will you hotline Moscow? Double urgent. Get him across, or we may have to pull the switch.
Bad news, General. All the physiological signs are moving into the red.
general has been severely wounded, is my guess. Shall I get out the tape?
What tape?
The non-existent tape for the hypothetical execution.
No! Do nothing. Nothing till I get there. Move over, you bastard!
Any word from him?
Nothing.
Who's the clown who did this?
Me. General, there is little Moscow can do while it is still on Chinese soil.
The border guard.
Has been alerted, yes, but he's got to cross the wire before we can help him.
Wire?
The Chinese wire, and it carries 2,000 volts. Our patrol has spotted him. Under the wire. Looks hopeless. They're going to blow a way through for him. Our last mortar hit the wire. We lay smoke bombs. It's his only hope. And ours.
His heart's just stopped.
Look, it's moving.
Fibrillation. If he doesn't pull out of it, he'll be dead in 2 minutes. Well, are we going to wait?
No, they'll have him by then. Start the tape.
How long does it take?
32.5 seconds. Come on, let's get it done.
Shelby, he might make it. He's almost on Russian soil. General is safe.